Well, time now for a check of weather with meteorologist Matt Yurosavik. Matt, we're in Nebraska, a state that we saw during Pro Farmer Crop Tour where heat and drought really has been the story all summer, taking a toll on the crops here. And now that we're welcoming fall, well, that heat is not going away, Matt.
That's right, Tyne. That heat not going away just yet. We're going to see a ridge build through the middle part of the country heading into this week, and most of the center part of the U.S. is going to be much above average. But take a look at our root zone here. Still seeing some blues popping up off into the east, parts of the Great Lakes as well. Still dry across parts of the East Coast and the New England area. And then we're also dealing with extremely dry conditions as we have been for the last couple of months. One thing you will notice, though, Southern California, the coast there, and even the northern Cascades dealing with some of that blue showing up after some of that rain over the past week. But here's a look at the drought monitor. We haven't seen much go on, and not much has changed since last week. The only thing that we really did see, and these drought conditions are not gone, just improved a little bit in parts of Southern California, areas in West Texas, and then along the northern portion of the country there, Montana, North Dakota. Still extremely dry, though, for portions of the Great Lakes and into the Corn Belt as well, as harvest obviously getting rolling, but still keeping an eye on these areas and Southern California staying mostly dry heading into the upcoming week. And this is why we've got a big ridge going to be building right through the middle part of the country. You can see where that is kind of centered right over Texas, and eventually some cooler air works its way into New England, but back on the west coast could keep things unsettled there. Another dip in the jet stream starting to move in heading into next weekend, but notice the heat stays around even though things could be unsettled along the northern tier and in portions of the east. Still looks to be very, very warm and muggy through most of the lower 48, and we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Heading into Monday, though, mostly it's going to be hot across the middle of the country, mostly sunny as well with high pressure in control. May see a little bit of rain in parts of California that we haven't seen it in a while, and then a storm system moving on to the east as we head through Monday. Into Tuesday, that storm system's gone, still dealing with some scattered showers and storms in parts of Florida, and another couple of storm systems making their way out of the west and across the northern plains may bring some more shower activity. Same thing goes for Friday as the original storm system works its way through the east, still staying warm and muggy though through most of the country. And here's a look at the temperatures through this week, much above normal. Don't see any blue on this map. It is going to be very warm across much of the country through this week. And here's a look at the precipitation. Yeah, back in the west where all those storm systems are going to be originating and then moving across the northern tier. Below normal though through the center part of the country, Texas and places to the east, not dealing with a whole lot of moisture this week. And temperatures heading into next week still look much above normal through at least the Gulf Coast, parts of the Mid-South, back into the Rockies and the West Coast, staying near normal though across the eastern Corn Belt and portions of the Northeast. And then here's a look at the precip next week. Not a whole lot of green on this map, only down in Florida. Most of the country going to stay below normal, and we'll continue to track that next week right here on U.S. Farm Report. Tyne, back to you.
Thanks, Matt. Well, a big USDA report this week. So besides the cuts to yield that we mentioned in news, what other market moving adjustments did USDA make this week? Well, we're sitting down with economists and market analysts from right here at the University of Nebraska next.
Your next piece of equipment is on MachineryPete.com. Search equipment from dealerships across the country to find what you're looking for. Only on MachineryPete.com.